The story that is shaking the region right now begins with a shocking move on Europe's northeastern flank. Moscow's so-called land bridge toward the Baltic has been effectively severed. Estonia has sealed its borders after what officials describe as a direct Russian incursion attempt. The reaction is nothing short of a red alert in the region, as Baltic states, NATO allies, and neighboring countries scramble to assess what this means for the balance of power. The event has drawn comparisons to Cold War-era standoffs, but with far higher stakes in today's tense climate. Russia's actions, coupled with Estonia's swift and uncompromising response, mark a turning point that could either escalate into a wider conflict or stand as a bold deterrent move by the Baltics and NATO. Hello everyone, welcome back to the World Conflict Monitor channel. Please subscribe to my channel so you never miss updates on the shifting fronts of global security and geopolitical flashpoints. Today we are breaking down the shocking collapse of Russia's Moscow land bridge strategy in the Baltics and how Estonia's decision to seal its borders is reshaping the strategic map of Eastern Europe. When we talk about the exterior of this development, we need to see it as the visible landscape of power and control. Russia's attempt to maintain influence in the Baltic zone has long been tied to its ability to project power through physical and political corridors. That exterior is now crumbling. Estonia's border closures represent more than just fences and checkpoints, they symbolize a wall against Russian expansionism. The exterior view shows us military convoys rerouted, trade lines disrupted, and propaganda narratives cracked open. To the watching world, the exterior presentation is one of firm, solid resistance from a small nation standing against a larger power, a David versus Goliath exterior that projects defiance and resilience. The interior, however, is much more subtle, and this part is short yet telling. Inside Estonia, the decision was not just about border walls but about protecting the integrity of society, the cohesion of the people, and the sovereignty of decision-making. The interior reflects the mood inside the country: determination, vigilance, and an understanding that survival means securing the home front first. While the exterior is steel and stone, the interior is trust, unity, and the will to resist. Now we shift to performance. Russia has attempted to perform through hybrid tactics, cyber operations, disinformation campaigns, and probing incursions. Yet Estonia's performance, supported by NATO, has been swift, coordinated, and efficient. Border closures were enacted rapidly, communications to citizens were clear, and allies were immediately engaged. Estonia's performance showcases not only speed but also the capability to adapt to unexpected escalations. By sealing the land bridge, Estonia effectively neutralized Russia's ability to maneuver without triggering direct NATO involvement. This performance reflects the high training, planning, and coordination the Baltic states have developed over years of preparing for exactly this kind of scenario. Looking at safety features, Estonia and its allies have layered protections in place. NATO's forward presence, joint drills, intelligence sharing systems, and rapid response units all act like airbags in a dangerous vehicle, ready to deploy when an accident or attack occurs. These safety features have not just been symbolic, they've been stress-tested through years of Russian provocations. Estonia's sealing of its borders is part of a larger safety framework, an interlocking shield that prevents Russia from simply walking into NATO territory. For the Baltic populations, these safety features translate into reassurance that while the threat is real, the defenses are tangible and active. What about the unique selling points of this whole move? Estonia's decision is unique because it transforms a small state into a geopolitical linchpin. Unlike larger European powers that often hesitate or compromise, Estonia's clear, uncompromising stance sends a strong message. Its unique selling point is its credibility. When Estonia says, "red line," it means it. That credibility draws in NATO's support and strengthens unity across the alliance. Another unique aspect is that Estonia is not acting in isolation. Latvia and Lithuania are watching closely, and Finland's NATO membership adds more weight. This small border closure has become a defining moment, selling the idea that small states, when determined and allied, can block even a great power's designs. Now, if we think in terms of price, the cost of this move is high, both literally and figuratively. For Estonia, the price includes economic disruptions, halted trade flows, and the risk of retaliation from Moscow. For Russia, the price is even greater: the loss of influence, the erosion of credibility, and the reality that its strategy of intimidation has backfired. For NATO, the price is the need for heightened readiness, mobilization of resources, and the danger of escalation. But in the long run, the price of inaction would be far higher. Sealing the borders and cutting the land bridge may come at a cost, but it is an investment in sovereignty, freedom, and deterrence. Finally, in the conclusion, we can see that this moment is not just about Estonia, Russia, or even NATO. It is about the shifting architecture of global security. The Moscow land bridge is gone, and with it, a symbol of Russian leverage in the region. Estonia's sealing of its borders after Russia's incursion is a dramatic red alert that reshapes the balance of power in the Baltics. The exterior shows defiance, the interior reveals resilience, the performance demonstrates speed and precision, the safety features highlight NATO's shield, the unique selling points underscore Estonia's credibility, and the price reveals the stakes involved. The conclusion is clear: this is a turning point, one that history may mark as the moment when Russia's expansionist ambitions finally met a solid wall of resistance. For viewers, the lesson is profound. The world is not witnessing isolated border closures but the drawing of new geopolitical lines. Estonia, a small nation with a clear sense of identity and alliance, has shown that courage and clarity can counter even the most aggressive moves. Whether this becomes a lasting deterrent or a prelude to greater conflict will depend on the choices made in Moscow, Brussels, and Washington in the days to come. But what is certain is that the Moscow land bridge, once seen as a pathway of Russian power, is now nothing more than a broken road leading to a dead end.